Good morning, everyone. So, my PC just froze up on me. Wouldn't you know, is it coming back on now? And so, I'm unable to activate my other devices. So, we're going to rock out anyway with what we were going to do for today. So, this week, for the next 5 days, I'll be doing what's called a marathon. So, periodically throughout months, I pick a topic, and I'm fidgeting over here, guys. So, um, hopefully everything will be in order shortly. But I pick a topic and something that I think will bring you guys value, and I talk about it for 5 days in a row. If you're on with me, because my other device is acting crazy, can you share the broadcast out? I normally share it to my other page, but I'm unable to do that because my PC is frozen up, which is why I was a few minutes behind time on this morning. But we're talking about raising your money vibrations. So before I really get into the flow or the meat of what I want to share with you, I want to talk about the word vibrations. Hey Sojo, my PC has actually frozen up on me. Can you share the broadcast out for me? I don't know what's going on with it. I was unable to log on to my PC, so I'm actually on my phone, and I did want to share it out. Maybe it's going to let me do it now. But I want to talk about, before we get started, I want to talk about the word vibrations, right? Because so many people hear it and may think different things. There's so many aspects of, spirituality, and so many people using the word in different arenas or on different platforms or meaning different things. And so I want to talk about what I personally mean when I say vibrations, so that those of you who are following me will know that we on a kingdom agenda over here. Okay? Y'all tap the screen if you understand what I'm saying. Thank you for sharing that, Sojo. I appreciate it. Still haven't quite gotten my PC to cooperate with me. Maybe if I do this here. So when I say vibration, guys, if you just look up the general word of vibration, it's a level of energy, right? And so because I know there's so many different spiritual aspects of, people using the word, I just wanted to set the record straight for what I mean as a kingdom entrepreneur when I say vibration. I mean the level that you're operating on, the frequency that you're operating on, the energy that you're operating your business and your life from. And we all have one. We all have a flow and an energy that dictates everything that goes on in our life and our business. So our thoughts is one of the things that affects, thank you, darling, I appreciate that. Our thoughts is one of the things that affects our vibration, right? And you guys know, if you've been on this broadcast with me, if you've followed me, you've seen a post somewhere along the lines, I've talked about your thoughts. And so your thoughts have a lot to do with the level that you're vibrating on, or that your energy is going out into the atmosphere. And so, just to clear the record, when I say vibration, raising your money vibration, that is fully and solely what I mean. Raising the level of thought that you're thinking on about money, as it relates to money, as it relates to how it's coming in and out of your life, how you're going to earn it, how you're going to keep it, and how you're going to invest. And so for the next 5 days, I thought it'd be great to, talk to you guys about things that will help you to raise your money vibrations. All of the things that I'm going to share with you over the next 5 days are things that I do myself. They are limiting beliefs that I had to overcome, right? And just different thought processes that have allowed me to generate the income that I'm generating now in the way that I'm generating the income now. And so we're raising our money vibration. If you guys are into that, you guys just let me know. And we're going to rock on out. If you're coming on with me from for a replay. Hello, how are you? I'm going to do a quick introduction. Sojo did share that out for me this morning because my PC's not working. I'm not even on Instagram. Hey, Natasha, how are you, beautiful? Or Periscope, like I wanted to be, because my other device wasn't working properly. It froze up as soon as. You guys know it's working now, right? So y'all know this is going to be good, right? So I'm going to do a quick introduction for those of you, you've never, ever, ever experienced me before. You've never been on a live broadcast. I'm Tanya Wilson-Cherry, beauty business consultant and certified life coach. I operate from a transformational space, meaning that when you come to work with me, you can look to see different areas of your life and your business transform, as in change, in a way that is fulfilling for you, in a way that is actually going to work for your entire life full circle. So one of the differences in me and your normal salon coach or salon consultant is that I operate from a full circle perspective. So I focus on mindset, I focus on personal development, and I focus on business building as well. So the strategies that I share with my clients are strategies that I've used. I'm not just reading, I'm not just talking to you guys. They're actually things that I use to manage, grow, and build my salon when I was in salon ownership, and I owned a salon for about 10 years. I'm also a licensed cosmetologist for 24 plus years. And so many of you, whether you're a hairstylist, salon owner, or booth renter, I've experienced the different spaces that you may find yourself in the salon industry. So I help my clients to create amazing brands. If you come on with me, you'll hear me talking about branding. And many people feel that branding is your logo or your website, your colors, and things of that nature. And that is an aspect of branding. But I work more with my clients on their brand's DNA. And if you guys think about DNA, it's the makeup of something. And so I operate in helping my clients really gain clarity on the makeup of their brand. And what we're able to do in that space of clarity is build something really amazing that really fits the salon owner or the stylist who's working with me, and also dictates a strategy that's needed in order to get there, and positions them to be in front of the people who find value in what it is their brand offers. So that's what I do with my customers. They're winning, right? I'm so grateful. It's definitely been my prayer. And for those of you, I did have someone to ask, several people on Instagram, to ask questions about how they can coach with me. You can always go to facebook.com/buildwithtanya and inbox me. You'll get an automatic or automated link to get a complimentary SOAR call with me. It'll send you to my calendar and allow you to have an opportunity to talk to me and really strategize about your brand and what you desire to build and create in the industry. Our industry is amazing. The opportunities are unlimited, right? You guys know you're in like an amazing industry. And actually, that's some of what we're going to talk about as far as raising your money vibrations. If you guys want to raise your money vibrations, put me in the comments. And your money vibration is the level that you're vibrating on, your energy, your actions, your thoughts, and all of that affects how you earn money, how you spend money, and how you invest your money. It's the level that you're vibrating on. And so we're going to be talking about that over the next 5 days. And on today, two favors though, right? If you're on with me, you've been on with me before, and you feel that this is going to be valuable because you've worked with me or been on my live broadcast, share the broadcast out. I couldn't get my other devices to work on this morning. I was unable to share it. Sojo has shared it out and shared it. Let's see. You know what? This is going to be so good because this particular... Hey dear, this particular device acts as if it wants to mess up too. If it does though, my other device seems to be Patrina, darling. Patrina says me. She wants to talk about raising her money vibrations. So awesome. I'm going to just set my other device up in case this one goes out. I don't know what the problem is, except the fact that somebody doesn't want you to get this good message this morning, right? But I'm going to set my other device up. It's finally come back on, I think, just in case this one goes out. So every day this week, I'm going to share a limiting belief that I've either learned, I've had to overcome, or I see that my clients and many salon professionals who come to me for advice are struggling with. And oftentimes it is our limiting beliefs that keeps us on, vibrating kind of low as it relates to our money. And so for today, I'm going to just talk about one on each day. These aren't going to be like super, super long. Well, these aren't going to be super, super long broadcasts, but they're going to be impactful. So this is a limiting belief that holds many salon professionals back in the industry. If I do a lot of stuff, I'll make a lot of money. If I do a lot of stuff, I'll make a lot of money. How many of you have ever felt that way before? I'm going to do lashes. I'm going to do makeup. I'm going to do nails. I'm going to sell hair. I'm going to sell clothes. I'm going to, just tons of things, right? I'll make a lot of money. If you guys have ever felt that way before, put me in the comments. If I do a lot of stuff, I'll make a lot of money. And let's talk about what that actually ends up looking like. It looks like someone who's tired, someone who's frustrated, someone who is overworked, and someone who is underpaid. So a limiting belief is, if I do a lot of stuff, I'll make a lot of money. It's an untruth, guys. I do believe in multiple streams of revenue and multiple streams of income. But what I don't believe in, what I know to be true, is that if you're attempting to do all of those things at one time without gaining some foundation in each area, you're pretty much just spreading yourself all over the place. Let's think about some really, really large brands that will help you guys, be really, really clear about this concept, especially in our industry, because there are a lot of things, right, that we can actually do in the industry. But the belief that if I do a lot of stuff, I'll make a lot of money, it's an untruth. It's an untruth. So let's look at Warren Buffett. I don't know how many of you have ever watched documentaries of him or interviews of Warren Buffett, but one thing he says is that he stays in his lane, right? He stays all the way in his lane. He is an investor, and that is what he does. And not only is he an investor, but he stays with brands that he knows, right? He stays in a lane, and that's how he makes a lot of money. So let's move on to Apple, right? Apple is not out doing 50 different things, guys. The iPad, I'm not an Apple user, so I'm a Droid girl over here. So I'm just going to name a few that I even know of, because one thing, if it doesn't relate to me, I don't spend a whole lot of time researching it or watching it or paying a lot of attention to it. That's a money nugget right there. But anyway, I do know that they have phones and iPads, because my daughter, has them. Her grandmother did that thing right there, not me. So, but if you notice, what Apple actually does is they just keep recreating the same products over and over again, but of more quality, more value, more amenities. They continue to add value on a few things, right? You guys don't hear me. Remember, this myth that we're debunking, this limited belief that we're debunking on this morning for day one is, if I do a lot of stuff, I'll make a lot of money. It's an untruth. There's no guarantee that if you do a lot of stuff, you're going to make a lot of money. Most oftentimes, it simply means you have your hands in a whole lot of stuff, and you're never able to really master anything. You're never really able to maximize anything, and you never really see the fullness of what's possible. And so what this looks like for a Yvonne, good morning, thank you for joining. What this may look like for someone who is a salon owner. So, and I just finished writing a blog post about this, so it's really, really fresh for me, and really on my heart too, you know, for salon owners. So for a salon owner, now I know you got to do what you got to do in the beginning, right? But many people stay in this lane for a really, 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 really long time, and they leave a lot of money on the table. So as a salon owner, oftentimes they are, in the beginning, they're the person who's marketing, they're the person who is doing the hiring, setting the appointments, making all the retail sales, you know, confirming appointments, they're creating the website, and they're also taking care of their customers, right, as a salon owner. And it isn't until you get to a space where you figure out what your lane is, right, what your area of gifting is, and rock out in that and allow other people to help you create this big vision that you have. Because if not, remember I said the myth is, if I do a lot of stuff, I'll make a lot of money. It's untrue. It's not even possible, right? Because there's only 24 hours in a day. And so I was sharing different brands who have done really, really well at that I named for you guys are, when I say their name, you automatically think of what it is that they do. And what I see with many salon professionals is they're doing so many things, nobody really knows what it is they're great at or what it is they're good at. You guys get that? And I see, for whatever reason, this thing is acting up again. But that's because this broadcast is really good. This entire marathon that I've prepared for you guys is about raising your money vibrations. And the way you see money and the way you think about earning money is going to be huge for you actually getting to your next level. If you have a really big vision, it's going to require people that you're effectively on your own. Someone put a 1 in the comments if you can even still hear me. If you can't, I'm going to, you know, start my broadcast over maybe on my PC. Someone put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me. I saw that it was interrupted like 2 times. Can you guys hear me? If not, I'll click off and come right back on. I don't see anyone saying anything. So I'm gonna stop this broadcast. Oh, okay, Sojo, you can hear me? Okay, great. I was just getting ready to click it off. And so when you think of those brands that I named, Warren Buffett, Apple, Chick-fil-A, you immediately think of what it is that they do. And this is not to say that you guys can't do 6 different things, but where the problem really lies is trying to do them all at one time before there's a foundation and before you've mastered, you know, anything. So as a salon owner, one of the things I'm seeing is many salon owners are like behind that chair grinding, and it just goes to show that you can't really give your all, right? But it keeps messing up. You can't really give your all if you're all over the place. And so a salon owner who, you know, maybe they haven't switched from the mindset of a hairstylist to a salon owner, and they're still doing a lot of things. I think it's possibly messing up, Yvonne. I don't think it's your phone, because I've been seeing it interrupting on this end. But what happens is, if you're a salon owner and you're still behind the chair, which is fine, right? But if you are Katie bar the door and everything is on you, then the only thing you can really focus on is serving your customers or getting more customers for you. And so many people are afraid to lessen the amount of things that they do for fear of losing money. But what's actually happening happening is they're losing money anyway because they can't really get focused enough on something that's actually going to shift them and help them take their profits to another level. So in closing of today's, raising your money vibrations message or broadcast, find your thing. Don't try to be everything. Don't try and do it all. For many people, they look at maybe an assistant or front desk or something of that nature as an added expense. And it is, but it's an expense that allows you to profit more, right? And so when you're shifting your mindset about money, if you're going to really create massive growth and more money, one, you have to figure out what those profit producing things are, right? What your area of gifting is, and be willing to stay in that zone with a strategy for that for quite some time. Many people switch over, they want to teach, they want to do nails, they want to do makeup, they want to do hair. It's so many things that they're attempting to put their energy in at one time. And so you need to have a strategy. You need to find your thing that you can spend consistent time on. 3 years ago, guys, my daughters are actually at a new school now that's not even here where I am, right? You need to find that one thing. Even your salon brand, when you really get clear on who your brand is, you'll realize that you guys aren't doing a whole lot of things, right? You find you find the DNA, which is what I help my clients to do. Really figure out what the DNA of their brand is, so that their energy is more focused towards, a centralized thing instead of 50 different things. So for today's, raise your money vibration, I want you to think about all of the things that you do throughout the day, and think about where it is that you want your salon business to go. And then ask yourself if all of these things that I'm doing is going to help me get there. And then number two, ask yourself, what area do I need help in, right? Do I need to hire someone for this particular position so that I can focus more on this? Do I need to connect with Miss Tanya for an amazing strategy that's going to really allow me to focus on a centralized thing and, earn more revenue? So are you even willing, and this is another thing, most people aren't willing to stay in one lane long enough, right, to actually see it manifest. And so what it looks like is about every 30 days, they're switching lanes and trying something else and doing something different. But earning money is not about doing a lot of things as much as it is about finding your thing, getting really, really good at it, focusing on your gift zone, figuring out what that is, and rocking out right there, letting other things that you have going on or people help you to push the vision forward. So for today's raising your money vibration, I want you guys to remove that limiting belief that, if you do a lot of things, you'll earn a lot of money, because it doesn't happen like that. You usually, what happens is you find out what your area of gifting is. You get really clear on who your brand is as a salon, like really, really clear. And then you find a strategy that's going to help you, see massive growth, and you stay there, right? You're adding and tweaking, but you're adding it to that same central thing, right? And so doing a lot of stuff won't make you a lot of money. Raise your money vibration. Don't think it has to be 50 different things. Think about this, guys. How many times let's think about the dollar store. When we go to the dollar store, we may have a tendency to spend $50, right, on a whole lot of knick-knacky things that will end up breaking, right? We won't really get good use out of them, or it'll be stuff just everywhere that we have around the house. We can't find it. We don't value it because we didn't pay much of anything for it, as opposed to really figuring out what it is that you really need, and investing a little more on that, and letting it last you even longer. So I want you guys to think quality and not quantity, right? When you're raising your money vibrations, you think quality and not quantity. It even goes, maybe you guys have taken 50 different classes, right? And you still don't feel that you're getting the results that you need. The quality of what you're taking, not necessarily the class, but is it quality for your brand? Is it quality for where you're heading and what you need to be focusing on in this season? So it doesn't take you doing a lot of stuff to make a lot of money. That is not the answer, right? It's really focusing on working on the right thing. So that's our Raising Our Money Vibration broadcast for today. If you guys enjoyed it, tap the screen for hearts. I will be back on tomorrow with another Raise Your Money Vibration. It's not a lot of things, guys, right? You don't have to do a lot of things to make money. You don't have to do a lot. Most oftentimes, if you're doing 50 different things, it doesn't happen. Not in the way you desire it to. You guys have a super amazing day. I will see you tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Hopefully all of my devices will be working. I'll see you at 11:30 a.m. as we raise our vibrations this week. Be sure and share the broadcast out.